Hello virtual pilots, I am Andre Celesti, and tonight we take a dive in the world of Digital Combat Simulator, or in short, DCS. Most of our viewers do not need a re-explanation on what is this sim platform. No, they already use it, enjoy it, strive with it and hold on to it for a long time as their go-to air combat platform out there. But some of you may not know what it's all about. You kept on hearing your friends talking about how they just had a sortie in Syria, getting body spiked and shot down by an ally while they were performing a SID mission, and wonder, what are they talking about? It's alright, we got you. So let's start from the beginning. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was written on Wikipedia. It is known as DCS World, a combat flight simulation game developed primarily by Eagle Dynamics and the Fighter Collection. Several labels are used when referring to the DCS line of simulation products. DCS World, call it the Father, the modules as the Son, and campaigns as the Holy... Andre? What? I think you got it wrong. You aren't in church. Aren't I? But from what I know, DCS is our church. And our Father is... No, let's not go there. So yeah, jokes aside, and I hope nobody got offended, but really, our flight sims are a great taboo for many of us. It's a great hobby, sometimes it can get expensive, and DCS World is one of the best platforms out there for combat flight simulator, and not only. As a free-to-play game, it includes two free aircrafts, the Su-25T and the TF-51D. It also includes two free maps, the Caucasus, the default map for the game that includes areas of Georgia, Russia, Crimea and the Black Sea, and the Marianas Islands, the center around the Marianas Islands chain, including Guam, Rota, Tinian, Saipan and other smaller islands. When we talk about modules, well, they are downloadable content that expand the game with add-on aircraft, maps and other content. Campaigns are scripted sets of missions, and modules and campaigns are produced by Eagle Dynamics as well as third-party developers. For those of you flying in P3D, X-Plane 11 or 12, Microsoft Flight Simulator, DCS World is all about the combat side of things. Our area of operation is not stretched on the entire globe, but concentrates on a certain region, a limited map area reproduced in more detail, with ground operations getting simulated in order to offer special features that we need for any air-to-ground or even air-to-air mission. DCS is an ever-expanding sim or game, call it however you want. I consider it a platform where you can do many things as long as you know how to. So when it comes to what can you do in DCS World, well, let's begin. First thing I consider important is that you can learn how to operate aircraft using realistic procedures. Aircraft are meticulously modeled from real-world data, including authentic flight models and subsystems, and detailed cockpits with interactive buttons and switches. Sounds amazing? Well, it is. The fact that all of the declassified airframes are getting launched into DCS World at a study level is one of the most strongest points about the platform. Not only that, but digital manuals for the modules are documenting the history, systems, and operation of each aircraft in extensive detail. And the detail is so great that in fact the platform has been used as a training aid for some air forces because of its very high fidelity. So once you know how to fly your favorite aircraft, you will be ready to participate in a wide variety of combat operations, including combat air patrols, dogfights, airstrikes, close air support, SEAD and airlifts, but also other things like air races, time trials, dogfighting tournaments, and so on. Apart from the quick action missions that come with every module, there are at least one campaign included with every aircraft that takes you through a series of predefined missions. These take some time to be completed and some of them are not for the faint of heart. All of these operations can be done in either single player or multiplayer, depending on what you prefer. There are also great campaigns created by professional mission creators that are sold separately from the modules, and these are filled with hundreds if not thousands of voiceovers, complicated situations, funny moments, and all kinds of operations that you can go through with your favorite module. As long as you have time. Trust me, time is very important. There is also a mission editor included that you have access with no strings attached. It's available for users to create their own scenarios and campaigns with support for scripting in Lua. Users can host their own servers with user-made missions and PvE and PvP multiplayer, though in our experience this can be very finicky and requires a forwarded port, and it's not as easy as you would think. But that didn't stop the community to develop tools to create missions using procedural generation and even host servers that simulate dynamic battlefields. This is a feature that we are still waiting to be implemented in the core sim in the future, called the Dynamic Campaign. But I digress. In DCS World, dozens of military airplanes and helicopters are available, spanning eras from World War II through the Cold War into the early 21st century. Popular modules include the AH-64D Apache, the F-16C Viper, the F-A-18C Hornet, the F-14 Tomcat, the A-10C, and on the red side, the MiG-21 and Mi-24P Hind, and so on. Some of the iconic World War II aircraft are also available in DCS World, like the Spitfire, the Mustang, and the German 109, alongside a few others. DCS does feature a few modules, part of the Flaming Cliffs package, that don't feature a clickable cockpit, and they act more like the IL-2 aircrafts for those of you that are familiar with it. Meaning, you will need to bind every command on your joystick plus keyboards or HOTAS systems. There is also a more gamified type of flight model in case you want to have a more arcadey feel for the sim. DCS World acts as a unified modular platform, and this allows users of different modules to switch between aircrafts and play together within a single game client. Community mods have also been produced, and I dare say this is one of the most creative community out there, very passionate and dedicated to offer great content. That's why here at How I Play we have created a special series dedicated just for them, the Add-on Spotlight series that features all the latest creations from our community. So let's talk about another important feature of DCS World, the maps. Whenever I have guests that are keen to try new things, I always ask them, would you want to go on a VR flight in an F-16 Viper in Dubai? Trust me, they never say no. So DCS has a number of maps available from Eagle Dynamics and third parties. We already mentioned the Caucasus Free Map and the Marianas Islands. Then we have the Nevada Test and Training Range, a US Air Force training range and location of the Red Flag exercise, which includes Nellis Air Force Base, Creek Air Force Base, Groom Lake, or that place where E.T. calls home now, Las Vegas, McCarran International Airport, and the Great Hoover Dam. Because we spoke about Dubai, next we have the Persian Gulf, a map centered around the Strait of Hormuz. It includes the United Arab Emirates, as well as the area of Oman and Iran. A great detailed map is the Syria region, a third-party map centered around most of Syria, Cyprus and Lebanon, and areas of Turkey, Israel, Jordan and Iraq. It is one of the most purchased maps out there until so far. Not too long ago, we received the South Atlantic map, a third-party map including Argentina, Chile and the Falklands Islands. For the World War II theater of war, we got until so far the Channel map, a map of the southeast of England and northeast France during the World War II. And Normandy 1944, a third-party map centered on the World War II battlefield of Normandy, France. More maps are inbound, and the currently existing ones are getting updated and improved in almost every major patch. As I mentioned VR, that experience in DCS World is unique. Flying using a VR headset is great in DCS World. The freedom of exploring the map, conducting operation in your favorite jet is outstanding. The game has extensive support for joysticks and HOTAS input devices ranging from gamepads to real-life replica cockpits. Be aware, this is not a cheap hobby if you go on that path, but it is for sure unique and offers a different experience than just plain old gaming in an arcade-type combat flight game. Now, DCS is always getting improved and features an open beta program when all the users are able to test the new features that will get implemented into a stable branch. Unlike many games these days that lock that beta phase under a payware barrier, DCS is a different beast and the developers are always in contact with their community. And speaking about the community, well, this is one of the best out there. I cannot stress it more. Users are kind, decent and polite on the forums, groups, Discord and multiplayer environments. They help each other, have fun in the process and support every aspect of the development. They are understanding, patient, and from what I experienced until so far, they come with a great sense of humor. Now, over the course of development, the project has seen great improvements and it's always reaching out for more. Some things take more time, and even though the developers are trying their best to fit new features in a certain timeline, delays are common and mostly understood by our community. When new modules are introduced, many times they bring new features to the simulator, including an improved flight model, new damage models, multi-crew aircraft with multiple players or AI acting as crew, or enhanced flare simulation. In the latest updates, we receive a dynamic weather effect, some maps feature now dynamic lighting, and things are looking good for DCS in the future. So if you want to jump in, know that this is not your average flight sim. So if you are someone like me who used to fly F-22 Lightning III back in the day, or you want to switch to a more detailed level from your War Thunder experience, DCS may just be the platform you are looking for. It's available on standalone and on Steam, and if you want a bit more information, you can check out our on-the-spot news to catch up with all the latest updates in DCS World. Thank you all for watching. It has been a great year for DCS World and we still have December to look forward with even more surprises. Here at How I Play, we strive to keep you informed on the latest developments of DCS World and other games out there. Please leave us a like if you find our video informative and subscribe in order to keep in touch with all the latest information from your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.